I should say good morning. Good morning. Um, I have my mat. I have my blanket for my knees in case you need to pad your knees. Water. And I have blocks. You don't need blocks, but it's good to have blocks. All right. Take the socks off. I started physical therapy for my knee. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A very nice young man. Giving me all sorts of information, trying to engage me in small talk. I don't need the small talk. Just fix my knee, man.
Need to be there.
And after I come away from those things, I think, what a curmudgeon. Hey kid, get off my grass type of guy. He's just trying to be nice. All right, let's find ourselves in a comfortable seated position. I'm sitting on a block because I need to elevate my hips so that I feel comfortable and can have a straight spine. So my spine is long, neck is long, crown of the head going towards the ceiling. Palms are on my thighs or on my knees. I'm starting to take in my surroundings, noticing the room, sounds in the room. Noticing the air on my skin. And in that noticing, we are trying to become more present and more aware. So bring your awareness into your body. Start to notice your breath coming in through your nose and out through your nose. Let's do a quick body scan. Just scan your body for, for how it feels. Start at your toes, go up through your knees, hips, torso. How do your shoulders feel? When you get up to your head, check in not only with, how your neck feels and your muscles feel, but, check in with the weather up there. How are things? Just taking a deep breath through the nose and then sigh it out. Emptying out totally everything. Taking a deep breath. Sigh it out. All of it. Taking a deep breath. And sigh it out one more time. And start to breathe in through your nose with your mouth closed, noticing the sound that makes. That ocean sound. And we're going to connect all of our movements with breath. I'll ask you to find your breath at times. I'll even cue you to breathe in and breathe out as we're moving. But during the practice, you will lose sight of your breath. You'll forget about it, and I'll try to remember to prompt you to find your breath. So let's take the arms out to the side with the palms facing up, and we're going to, in one breath, bring arms up overhead. So breathe in, arms up overhead, one breath, touch your fingertips, pause, reverse your hands, and exhale your arms all the way down. So this is a practice for our shoulders, but it's also a practice for our breath and our movement. Reverse the palms. Breathe in, arms up overhead, touch your fingertips, pause, reverse your hands, exhale, arms down. And let's do that one more time. Reverse the palms, bring the arms up overhead as you breathe in. Reverse the palms and exhale the arms down. Place your hands on your right thigh and give yourself a gentle morning twist to the right. Exhale, center, and inhale over to the left. Exhale, center. Place your hands on your knees. We're going to do some seated cat-cow. So bring your chest open, lift your chin, breathe in. Push the knees away around the back, bring your chin to your chest. Exhale. Let's do a couple of those at your own pace, noticing the breath. And then come back to center. Place the fingertips on the floor in front of you and start to walk out, bending at the waist. And just noticing how you feel as you bend this early in the morning. Maybe on your exhales, you melt a little bit more forward. And you're noticing your body. This isn't a contest to see if you can bring your head all the way to the floor. It's just our part of waking up and noticing and being present. Taking a deep breath and walk your hands all the way back, bringing the torso all the way back up to sitting. Let's do two more things in our seated position here. Clasp the hands together, do some wrist circles. Maybe shake the fingers out a little bit. And bring hands forward, placing the right elbow over the left. Bend the elbows up, grab the upper thumb, which is the right thumb, and then lift the shoulders and push the elbows out. And you'll feel your shoulder blades roll off the back. Taking a deep breath here. And notice how that feels along your back. Exhale. One more breath in. Exhale and let that go. Shake your arms out. Bring the arms out back again in front. Cross left elbow over right. Bend the elbows up. Grab the upper thumb, which I think is the left. Raise your elbows. Push your shoulders forward and your elbows forward. Taking a deep breath. Exhale, let that go, and shake out your elbows. Okay, we're going to play a little game here. So, no hands, get up. No hands, get back on the ground. And you can kneel down if you want to, or you can go back to your cross leg. All right. No hands, get up. This is very important for people of my tender age. Okay, let's do that one more time. Go back down to the floor. No hands. Oh, I did it with cross leg. Yikes. How did I do that? All right. One more time. Get all the way up. Yeah, that's a good skill to have. Getting up from the floor, no hands. Let's find ourselves at the top of the mat and bring hands to prayer. Find your foundation. So we have the big toe mound, we have the blade of the foot, and the heel. Those are our 3 points of contact. My hips are directly over my ankles. That's where I feel the most foundation. And depending on your hips, find your foundation. Internally rotate your legs. Hands at heart center, spine is long, neck is long, and we're breathing. Find your breath here. Bring your belly button in towards your spine, engage your abs. Let's bring the arms out to the side and up overhead. Breathing in, grab the left wrist with the right hand and lean over to the right. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, lean over to the left. Come back up. And bring hands back to prayer on an exhale. Inhale, arms out to the side and up overhead. Bend the knees, exhale into a forward fold. Inhale, come up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands meet at the top over your head. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Bend the knees, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up, arms up overhead, hands meet in prayer. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bring the arms out to the side and up overhead and an inhale. Bend the knees, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up to a flat back. Exhale, bring the hands to the top of the mat. Left leg goes all the way to the back of the mat. Ground the knee, uncurl the toes, come up into kneeling crescent. A little bit of a back bend here. So gazing up to where the ceiling meets the wall. If you need to pad your knee, you can use your blanket or roll the mat up. Bring the hands to the top of the mat, uncurl the toes, lift the knee, bring the left foot to the back of the mat. Now we're going to roll forward on the toes, bringing the elbows next to the ribs. So bring those elbows in towards the rib and then lower all the way down slowly to the mat. Uncurl the toes. And let's bend the knees and windshield wiper the legs back and forth, massaging the quads. Doing some hip opening here as well. And then bring the knees back to center. Bring the feet back to the floor. Curl the toes under and push back into child's pose. And find your child's pose. My big toes are touching in the back and my knees are wide. And then my rib cage is in between my knees. If you need to sit on a block, you can bring a block to the back to support your sit bones if your knees don't bend all the way back. While we're in child's pose, let's take the right hand out to about 1 o'clock. And then we're going to take the left hand and place it on top of the right, opening up the left side of our rib cage, trying to keep both sit bones near our heels so we're not following that right arm or that left arm over to the right side. Opening up the ribs, breathing deeply into this. So take a deep breath. Feel the ribs expand. Exhale. And come back to center. Let's bring the left hand over to about 11 o'clock. And place the right hand on top of the left, opening up the right side of your ribs. Breathing deeply. Taking a deep breath. And exhale, hands back to the center. So my hands are all the way at the top of the mat, like I'm signaling a touchdown, creating goalposts. And try to inch your fingers forward. So I'm trying to reach the end of my mat or beyond, stretching out the lats, the lower back, shoulders, and then just relax that. Now let's come up into puppy pose. So bring yourself up almost to a tabletop, but then extend the arms out and bring your forehead to the mat. So your hips and your knees are in a tabletop, but your shoulders and your arms are on the mat. And if you can imagine, how dogs stretch like this, you're just stretching out, feeling that stretch in the back, maybe even pushing the hips back a little bit in space. And breathing into this. And then start to walk the hands back and come into a tabletop. Feel that in your shoulders? Yeah. That's a good one for the old shoulders. All right, let's curl the toes, lift the knees, push back into our first down dog of the day. We're not going to stay here very long. Just pedal the feet out a couple of times. Come up on your toes, look to the top of the mat, and tiptoe back to the top of the mat. Inhale up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold, bending the knees. Inhale the arms out to the side and up overhead. Bring the hands to prayer and exhale, hands to heart center. Arms out to the side and up overhead, breathing in. Bend the knees, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up to a flat back. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat. Right leg goes to the back of the mat. Ground the knee, uncurl the toes, come into kneeling crescent. Slight back bend. Hands can be up. You can also bend your elbows here if your shoulders are a little tired. And bring hands to the top of the mat. Curl the toes, lift the knees, bring the left foot to the back of the mat, and we're in our plank. Let's roll forward over the toes, hugging the elbows in and lowering all the way down to the mat. Uncurl the toes. And on an inhale, come up to cobra. So my arms are almost all the way extended. They're not locked. I'm not locking my elbows. My thighs are on the ground. Feet are on the ground. So this is not upward dog, it's cobra. Curl the toes under, lift the knees, and push back into our down dog. Now let's find our down dog. So the thing that we really want to do in down dog is have a long back. And the way that we do that is bending the knees, coming into almost like a bear plank, and then pushing the hips back towards our heels. And if you can imagine your back getting long as you push your hips back, now start to straighten your legs. Heels might hit the floor, they might not. But that's not the real goal. We want those hips back in space and a long back. All right. So let's just tiptoe in maybe 6 inches, not even 6 inches, and then bring our forearms to the floor, and we're coming into dolphin pose. So scooch those feet in just a little bit. Your heels will definitely be off the floor. You're gonna look at your dolphin. Yep, that looks good. So you feel this in the shoulders, upper back. Let's turn this into a little bit of an exercise. So put your mind in your shoulders and your forearms, and just push up into your hands, straightening your arms, and we're coming into a down dog ish. Right? Okay, come back onto your forearms. And taking a breath, and on an exhale, push up into down dog-ish. It's a small movement, but it's a strengthener. Come back on your forearms and push back up into down dog. And don't worry if this is a challenge. You can stay in dolphin or down dog. Come back onto your forearms and then push back up into down dog. I think that's enough. Hands come up on our tiptoes, look to the top of the mat. Tiptoe to the top of the mat. You feel that in your shoulders? Yeah. Yep. Come up to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale the arms out to the side and up overhead. Hands meet in prayer. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right. Let's place our hands on our hips. And we're going to lower down into our chair pose. So really find your foundation here. If you didn't before, find your foundation with your feet. The thing that the hands on the hips does for me, it helps me, keeps my back long. So a lot of the times when I come into chair like this, I'll curve my back and do something weird. So I like to start with my hands on my hips, just guiding my hips down to as far as I can go. Now, if it's in my practice, I'll bring my arms up as high as they go. Now let's bring hands to prayer at heart center. And we're going to hook the left elbow over the right knee, coming into a twist in chair pose. Chair pose twist. And then coming back to center and hooking the right elbow over the left. I can't say that and do it at the same time. Then come back to center and exhale into a forward fold. Inhale, come up to a flat back. Exhale the hands to the mat. And left leg comes to the back of the mat. Now, if you need a block to place your left hand on, grab a block. But if your arm is long enough for the mat, you can place it on the mat also. So I'm in a runner's lunge. My back leg, left leg is long and strong. And engage the quad in the left leg by pulling your kneecap up. I don't know which comes first, pulling your kneecap up or engaging the quad. It probably happens at the same time. Let's take the right arm out to the side and up as far as you can go, fingertips pointing towards the ceiling. Now we're going to take that right arm all the way back like a clock hand. So 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, we collect the left arm and come up into crescent pose. Pivot on the back foot and come into warrior 2. We're good? Check your warrior 2 posture. Shoulders over hips. Arms are shoulder height. And front leg is almost 90 degrees, depending on what your body can do. Straighten the front leg, kick the hip back, reach forward and come into triangle pose. So my right arm is alongside my knee or my shin. I can grab a block and put underneath my hand. Left arm comes straight up. Taking a deep breath on an exhale, come all the way up, rebend the front leg. Take your left arm and wrap it around the back of your torso, pulling that left shoulder back in space. Palm up, right hand, reach forward, and come back into peaceful warrior. Now come forward and place the right elbow on your right knee. Left arm comes straight up and we're in side angle. And then if you want, if it's in your practice, you can extend that arm out at an angle. And we have extended side angle. And the thing about this is we need to bring that left shoulder back in space so we're in a plane and we're not dumping forward. And then bring both hands to the top of the mat. Right leg goes to the back of the mat. Roll forward over the toes, hug the elbows in, come all the way down to the mat. Exhale into cobra. Curl the toes, lift the knees. And I should have said inhale in cobra and then exhale into down dog. Sorry. My fault. Pedal the feet. Come up on the toes, look at the top of the mat. Tiptoe to the top of the mat. And we're in our forward fold. Bring your hands to your hips and then come up into a chair pose. Find your chair pose. If it's in your practice, you can bring your arms up. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold again. Arms out to the side and up overhead. Breathe in, hands meet in prayer. And exhale, hands to heart. Bring the arms out to the side and up overhead. Breathe in. Oh, sorry. And then bring the hands to your hips. Find your chair pose. I always forget about chair pose. If it's in your practice, bring your arms up. Taking a deep breath. On an exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up to flat back. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat, right leg to the back of the mat. If you need a block for your right hand, you can place your hand on a block. And again, that back leg, engage it by bringing that kneecap up and engaging your quad. Left arm comes out to the side and up as high as you can go. Opening up the chest to the left. And then bringing that left arm back just like a clock. So 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. When you get to 6 o'clock, collect the right hand, come up into crescent for a moment. Pivot on the back foot, grounding the heel, coming into warrior 2. Find your warrior two. Need to make some adjustments. Really making those quads work this morning. It's good for going downhill, right? Nope, I'm sorry. Let's straighten the front leg, kick the hip back, reach forward, bringing that left arm down by your left shin. If you need to grab a block to help your balance or to reach the floor, and then bring that right arm up into triangle. Front leg is straight, back leg is straight. So, check on those. If your front leg is bent, then you're in a different pose. Don't lock your front leg, but also don't have it bent. Does that make sense? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Taking a deep breath on an exhale, come all the way up. Rebend the front leg, coming into warrior two again. Take the right arm and wrap it around the back of your torso. Reverse your front hand, palm up, reach forward, and then come back into peaceful warrior. Noticing your right shoulder coming back in space. And come forward, placing the left forearm on your knee. Right hand comes up into side angle. And extend that side angle by bringing a slant to your arm. And still notice your shoulder. Yep, shoulder. Good. You have a nice plane here. Very nice. And on an exhale, bring both hands to the top of the mat. Kick that left leg back. We're in our plank. Roll forward over the toes. Hug the elbows in. Lower slowly all the way to the mat. On an inhale, come up to cobra. Curl the toes, lift the knees. Exhale into down dog. Pedal the feet. Do what you need to do in your down dog. And then find a good down dog, pushing your hips back, bending the knees, straightening the legs then. Doing 5 or 6 breaths here in our down dog. Let's raise the right leg in the air. Bend the knee, open the hip to the right. Do some foot circles here. Bring the hips in line with the mat. Come up on your left toes. Bring the right knee to your chest. Then we're going to bring the right knee to the right wrist and place it on the mat. Coming into our pigeon pose. And then start to bring the right foot out to the left side of the mat as far as you can go. Ground the left knee, uncurl the toes. I'm going to find my 2 blocks. And I'm bringing my torso up. And I'm sitting down towards the mat. So bringing my pelvis towards the mat. And the blocks are helping me keep my torso up and a slight back bend. Yep, good. So letting your hips sink down. If you find yourself going off to the right, you can take one of your blocks and place it underneath your hip. Now it's fine to stay right here. This is a pretty good stretch in and of itself. It's in your practice. You can start to lean forward, placing the forearms on the mat. And then bringing our head towards the floor. You can take a block out in front of you and place your forehead on the block for some support if you're not going all the way to the floor. Now, here's the trick with this. Put your mind in your right hip, taking a deep breath, and on an exhale, let that melt a little bit more. Just let it go. Did you notice that?
Feels good.
If you want a little bit more of a stretch, as if we needed more of a stretch here, come up on your left toes, lift your knee off the ground, and push that heel back. If that's not feeling good, just go back to where it was, but this is a little added spice. And when you do add spice like that, when you do add, an extra something, you notice that your other muscles start to compensate. So go back into those muscles that are compensating and tell them to relax. Tell them to melt. They may give you the middle finger, but just let them know that you're in charge here. Bring the knee to the floor, uncurl the toes. If you have a block on your forehead, remove the block. And let's bring ourselves back up to torso up. Bring the hands to the top of the mat, curl the toes, lift the knee, and let's push back into three-legged dog. Just shake that leg out and then bring it all the way down next to the other one. And let's bring the knees to the floor, touch the toes, push back into a quick child's pose. Come back up, curl the toes, lift the knees, push back into down dog again. And let's lift the left leg in the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip to the left. Maybe do some foot circles here. Square the hips to the floor, come up on your tiptoes, bring the left knee to your chest, and then left knee to left wrist, bringing the knee to the mat, and bringing that left foot to the edge of the mat as much as you can. Ground the knee, uncurl the right toes, and using your blocks to come up, bringing your torso up and trying to sink down towards the mat. Slight back bend, maybe looking up to where the ceiling meets the wall. And if it's in your practice, start to lean forward, bringing the forearms to the mat. You can also place your forearms on the blocks if you're not feeling like going all the way down. Your shoulders are giving you a hard time. Again, put your mind in that left hip. Taking a deep breath, and on an exhale, try to let it just release. Maybe that's the right word, release. We carry a lot of emotions in different parts of our body. But for some reason, the hips seem to be an emotional basin, emotional magnet. If you want to give a little bit more spice to this, curl the right toes, lift the right knee, push the heel back. But keep paying attention to that left hip. Doing okay over there? And if you have your knee up, ground the knee, uncurl the toes. Let's make our way up. Bring the torso up if you need your blocks. And bring the hands to the top of the mat. Curl those right toes under, lift the knee, and push back into our three-legged dog. I'm kind of shaking that leg out, and then bring the leg back down. And we're in our down dog briefly. And let's bring the knees to the mat, cross the ankles, push back over the ankles into a seated position, and bring the heels to the top of the mat. And we're in our seated forward fold. If you need to grab some water, grab some water. All right, grab a block, have a block handy next to you. Let's lower our back to the mat, one vertebra at a time, slowly, slowly. Head meets the mat last. And let's bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the floor. And then come into a tabletop. So our knees are bent, soles of the feet are pointing towards the wall below us. And then let's bring the arms up, fingertips pointing towards the ceiling, and extend the right arm above your head and left leg out to the wall below your legs. And then bring that back in. Left arm extends, right leg extends. Bring that back in. Right arm, left leg out. Bring that back in. Left arm, right leg. Bring that back in. And do a few more at your own pace. And again, find your breath. And one more each side. And then bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Let's wrap your hands around your knees, hug the knees in towards your chest, and let's roll forward, coming up to the feet, and then roll back again, massaging the back. I always hear at least one or two vertebrae crack into place when I do this. Okay, so we're going to roll back and then roll forward one more time, but don't touch your feet to the floor. So roll back, roll forward, and catch yourself. Roll back, roll forward, catch yourself. Now do that without your hands on your knees. So roll back, roll forward, and catch yourself. Roll back, roll forward, and catch yourself. Now this time when we roll back and roll forward, we're going to come into boat pose. So roll back, roll forward, and extend your legs. Roll back, roll forward, extend your legs. Roll back, roll forward, extend your legs. Last time. And then bring the soles of the feet to the floor and lower your back to the mat, head hits the mat last. And my legs are bent, soles of the feet are on the floor. Grab that block. We have time. Let's place the block in between your knees on the low, long setting. Place your palms, place your hands, palms down next to your body, and find your heels with the tips of your fingers. And then squeeze the knees in towards the center of the block. I have a cushy block, so I'm able to squeeze the block in. If you have one of those old school cork blocks, you're just pushing the knees into the block as much as you can, and then relax. Now, let's squeeze the knees in towards the center of the block. Push the hands down into the mat and raise the hips up into bridge pose. Now, while we're in bridge pose, squeeze the glutes together. So your glutes are engaged. This is not passive down there. And bring the belly button in towards the spine, engaging the abs. Find your breath here, if you can. Hopefully you can. And then lower the hips to the mat. And just relax for a moment. Let things go. And push the hands into the mat. Push the knees in towards the center. Raise the hips. Engage your glutes. Bring the belly button towards the spine. And then bring the hips to the floor. Remove the block. Wrap your hands around your knees. Pull the knees in towards your chest. Roll side to side. And then bring the soles of the feet back to the floor. All right, so bring the hands underneath your sit bones, underneath your butt, and create a triangle with your thumb and your index finger so you're sitting on that triangle. So we're going to come into plow pose. Have we ever done plow pose together?
Is that your feet go over?
Yeah, I think we have, haven't we? All right, so raise the legs up into tabletop again. And then you're going to start to bring your legs up and then use your hands to help you push your butt up. So I'm using my hands, climbing down my back, and my legs are straight up above me. My chin is on my chest. And okay?
Yes.
All right. So we have our feet straight up and our hands are supporting our back. Elbows are out to the side of the mat. And you can stay right here. Now, if it's in your practice, start to bring your feet slowly over your head, and your feet are endeavoring to meet the floor. Now bring one leg up, the other leg up, bend the knees, and slowly bring your feet back to the floor. Let's hug the knees into the chest again, wrapping your hands around your knees. Roll side to side. And then let's bring the heels to the end of the mat. Place your arms alongside your body, palms facing up, coming into Shavasana. Again, bringing our awareness to the body, noticing how the body feels. And we've been whipping our nervous system, and we should feel a tingling sensation. That's our nervous system. Start to bring your mind into your feet. Doing a body scan from your feet all the way up to the top of your head. If you notice any resistance, just take a deep breath and try to let it release. When you get to your head, notice your face muscles. Let them just fall towards the mat, jaws relaxed. Start to notice your breath. And if thoughts are seeping back into your mind, just notice them, because that's what thoughts do. But you don't need to engage. You don't need to hook onto them or let them hook you. You don't need to start creating stories about them. Just let them go. Notice them. Let them go. Start to bring some movement to your fingers and toes, taking a deep breath. Bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet to the floor. And roll over to one side or the other, cradling your head on your bicep. And just pausing. And when you're ready, come up to a comfortable seated position. If you need a block to sit on, bring hands to prayer, thumbs at your sternum, at your heart center. Bow your head to help end this practice, bring a conclusion to this practice. Finding gratitude for this body that we have, and then it moves, and that we're able to bring it into different poses and notice and be aware and be present. And try to take this yoga practice out into your world, out into your life, by being present, noticing, and pausing before you react. Taking a deep breath. And exhale. Thank you. Without using your hands, get up. Should be easier.
Yeah, well, it's so hard to do any kind of stretching when you're in the dirt.
Yeah.
So